on Newsbytes, Elon and Trump sue media, Binance's CEO guilty, and hostages to be released. Stick around for these bites and more, all on today's Newsbytes. Okay, real fast. After recently failing its 6th audit in a row, see Newsbytes number 90, the Department of Defense is requesting $114 million to fund diversity, equity, inclusion, and accessibility DEIA programs in fiscal year 24. This would be the largest DEIA funding request yet, up from $68 million in 22 and $86.5 million in 23. The DoD says leaders at all levels must foster inclusion and not tolerate, quote, problematic behaviors, arguing diverse backgrounds and perspectives enhance military capabilities. All right, here's the latest. The Army sent letters to service members discharged over choosing to not take the COVID vaccine, offering record corrections for their discharges. The letters state they can request reviews by military records boards. Around 1,900 who refused the injection were discharged. The Army is at its smallest since 1940, and in 22, the Army missed its recruiting goals by 15,000. Policy changes like dropping the high school requirement were made. Around 8,000 total troops across military branches were discharged over the vaccine mandate before it was repealed in January of 23. Only 43 of the over 8,000 discharged have sought to rejoin so far, indicating limited interest in returning. Thank you for your service. Okay, and check this out. New York's Governor Hochul wants to inoculate kids and teachers against misinformation and conspiracy theories, among other things. Watch.
I am directing the Director of Division of Homeland Security and Emergency Services to develop media literacy tools for K through 12 in our public schools. This will teach students and even teachers to help understand how to spot conspiracy theories and misinformation, disinformation, and online hate. And by teaching younger New Yorkers about how to discern between digital fact and digital fiction, we can better inoculate them from hatred and the spread of it, and help prepare them for a very fast-moving and often confusing world.
Okay, here's the story. X sues Media Matters for defamation over its report on ads running next to, quote, Nazi content on X. X alleges Media Matters exploited the platform to make the pairing seem more common and widespread, including intentionally fabricating content that never existed, resulting in a mass exodus of large companies that are huge advertisers for the platform. Social media platform Truth Social also filed a massive $1.5 billion defamation lawsuit against 20 media outlets. The lawsuit accuses that they coordinated a false report that Truth Social lost $73 million. The companies include MSNBC, Axios, Reuters, Daily Beast, Newsweek, Mediaite, and many more, stating that the false stories hurt fundraising efforts for a planned merger. All right, and just in, Israel's cabinet approved a deal that would see the release of at least 50 hostages, women and children, from Hamas for a short ceasefire. But earlier today, here's what Biden had to say with a large Jim Carrey-like grin. Take a listen.
Mr. President, do you have any sense of how many Americans may be released from the initial 50 hostages that may be released?
Plenty of time to talk about the hostages. Not now.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thanks so much, guys.
Okay, the Justice Department brought criminal charges against crypto exchange Binance and its CEO Changpeng Zhao. Zhao will plead guilty to violating the Bank Secrecy Act and step down as CEO under a $4.3 billion settlement. Binance allowed over $700 million in illegal transactions, violating sanctions, aided terrorism, and had weak controls. The actions involved the DOJ, Treasury Department, and CFTC in one of the largest federal penalties ever. Zhao said he, quote, made mistakes and failed to build proper controls as Binance prioritized profits. Binance will forfeit $2.5 billion, pay a $1.8 billion fine, and appoint a monitor for compliance reforms. The company still faces an ongoing civil lawsuit from the SEC over operating an unregistered exchange. Those are today's bites, which are on our website at Disclose.tv. Subscribe and leave those comments below.